Hey everybody, this is KC Transformed here again. Today I got my review for the Transformers Universe or Classics version of Hot Rod or Rodimus. And he's a very nice looking car. I mean, this is a beautiful looking car. He rolls pretty well. He's got fire coming out of his rear end, his tailpipe, which is really cool. Gives you a better look at the car. You see he's got the flame decals, the motor. He's got the nice sleek windows. He's got the big wide spoiler. Very nice looking wheels that spin really well. He's even got the pipes. He's definitely Hot Rod. It's a very awesome reincarnation of the G1 character. I mean, this can't be mistaken for anybody else, you know. For a size comparison, we have Generations Legends Bumblebee, and we have the Age of Extinction Deluxe Bumblebee. And yeah, you can see he's quite a bit bigger than the Deluxe Bumblebee. Oh, and if I don't drop him, you didn't see that. We saw nothing. But yeah, there he is. He's pretty cool. He's got the rub sign. Get that going. I said get that going. Am I worn out? Oh, barely got it going. Probably can't see it. He's got blue flame coming out the back, which is a bit weird, but looks really cool. He's got lots of details. Like I said, he's got the decals. He's got all this detail and lining in the piping. He's got the rims even have some detailing. It's got some like vent stuff up here. The motor, of course, has some detailing in it. The headlights are painted on. They're not really molded in. They're kind of just painted on there. It's kind of weird. Also kind of broken up. And yeah, he has the rear lights, which look really cool. He has this weird gap right here, but it's not too noticeable. It's not as bad as, say, Armada Hotshot. If you can look in there, it's kind of like Cybertron Hotshot, how you can get, you can see the seats and the steering wheel. My only real problem with him is, you can probably see this. There's some gaps right along here and here. The front section does not like to peg together and hold together. I don't know why. That's as far as it'll go. But yeah, even looking from the bottom, because of how all the panels fold up, the only thing you see really is robot kibbles his crotch, which is kind of weird. But I mean, everything else is pretty hidden. Heck, you can't even see his head that's tucked away right there. You can just barely see the little indent where it is. But yeah, there he is. He's a pretty cool car. Let's get him in the robot mode. First, what you're going to want to do is you're going to kind of want to split the sides here from the spoiler part. So you can see you're going on a gap like that, and then this whole piece where the spoiler and this, engine part is, flips up. And you go and flip it forward. It kind of actually looks like an attack mode on this, because, like, what you also have to do for the transformations, flip these pieces of the spoiler around. Oh yeah, and just for a warning, this middle part of the spoiler pops off really easily. So if you're getting this figure, watch out for this piece and watch out for the gun. But yeah, you can actually flip this forward and you can kind of have an attack mode going here. It actually looks kind of cool. I mean, I've seen worse attack modes. Anyway, what you're going to do next is kind of tricky. I'm going to try to show you this. Kind of want to bend this down. This part up here specifically, because you see there's this little clip it's hanging onto. And once you do that, you can bring this down for one of his legs. Same on this side. So you gotta want to bend it down so you can get past that clip right there. And there you go. There. Then you're gonna come around back here. You see this big black part. Flip this around. Grab the edge of the foot, because if you do, the heel will automatically fold out. Same with this side. Grab the edge and the heel will fold out. And there you go. You go take. Next, you're gonna do is take the wheels. And you're actually gonna see. You can see you actually use a tab good push, but it's easier for me. It's easier just to grab the wheels and pull them out until this tab's completely out to the side. Then grab these panels that the pipes are on and fold them down over it, and they'll clip into place. A cool little trick you can do is these panels are on the sides of the legs. You can actually just bend the knee and it'll automatically push the panel out of the way. Not intentional, but it's a fun little trick. Then the crotch slides out. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying crotch. See, there it is normally. You slide out. It doesn't go out far, but it does kind of help with the robot mode in a moment. The legs are a little loose. Then you're going to come up here. You remember these caps earlier? Yeah, they do that. You pull them out and they make the arms. You're going to rotate the pieces up. Then you're going to just grab the whole thing and fold it down. Clip. Come back here. Remember this piece with the spoiler on it? You're going to flip it around, kind of like the reference to G1 transformation. Heck, the whole thing's kind of just an update for G1 transformation. I mean, everything kind of comes from the same place. And, see, you got everything almost done. Last thing you do, fold out the hands. This could be an issue. 1 second. Alright, guys, hands out. I had to get a pair of nail scissors, these, to kind of work the hands out of there. Anyway, we now have him in robot mode. And he looks pretty good. He's definitely G1 Hot Rod. I mean, one of the cool things is that all the he's just a big updated version of G1 Hot Rod. I mean, he's got the spoiler in the back. He had the thing that switched around. The arms are made from the front sides of the car. The chest is the hood. I mean, heck, we even have the motor still here without having to do a flippy thing. He has the little triangles on his legs, even if they're not yellow. They're black and silver, but it looks good. His feet actually flip around from there. He's got the wheels on the side of his legs. I mean, everything here is basically the same as G1 Hot Rod, just updated. And it looks pretty good overall. I do have a couple issues already. For one, his legs are very loose, and I've seen this with a lot of figures of his. Individually, they're pretty tight, but the thing is, they're kind of connected, I guess, so he has a tendency to bow. Another thing that might put some people off is, if you look at him from the side, especially with his arms straight, it just looks like a chunk of a car with a hand sticking out, which is basically what it is. And even with the elbow bent, it just looks like a broken chunk of a car. From the front, it looks fine, but from the side, it looks, Granted, it's the only part on him that does that, but still, it can probably might put off some people. He's got some nice silver detailing on his shoulders there. Not too much new details. I mean, there's the legs, which look good. Like I said, triangles look very nice. It's got the crotch, of course, yellow and silver. Looks really good. There's his head sculpt, which is a really good head sculpt, especially as like a Rodimus. He's got the crest, he's got the silver, he's got good light piping, actually. Look at that. I mean, that's just from the daylight in the window there, and he's like glowing eyes there. One of the cool things about his weapons, like, remember before how if you flip it out, it kind of looks like an attack mode for the car? If you leave it, you don't have to change anything around, you just leave it where it is, it gives him a jetpack. Which kind of works with his spoiler. It's like he's, the wings, and here's the jet. There he goes. Off to save the universe. But of course, you can also unpeg it from the back, giving it to him as a weapon. It doesn't look like his G1 guns, but I don't mind. It looks like a weapon Hot Rod would use. I kind of almost wish his hand folded in, you could like attach it like here or something and give him like a hand flamethrower. Oh well. Speaking of which, he does have this little thing here, which I'm going to get the scissors out for, because I can't reach it because I have no nails. I don't care how unprofessional this is. There we go. And you get this little thing, which I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. It looks like it might be a missile thing that shoots out. It might be a little saw blade. I'm not sure. He got a little thing there he could use. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Let's go ahead and get the comparisons out of the way. Here's the Age of Extinction Bumblebee. And you see he's a bit taller than that one. And the Legends Bumblebee, who he's definitely taller than. Yeah, Legends Bumblebee comes up to his crotch. Really, Bumblebee? Really? Don't stand there. Don't trust Hot Rod. Although I think this Bumblebee has you beat on the weapons department, so be careful. But yeah, there he is. He looks pretty good, and the crotch slid in again. Yeah, that crotch doesn't stay in place either. It doesn't lock in or anything. And yeah, those legs. I prefer keeping this on the back. I just like giving him a jetpack. I think it's kind of cool. And let's go to articulation now that he's not hindered. No ball joint at the head, it's just a swivel that lets it look 360. He's got one of these weird ball joints where instead of the ball being here, it's actually in here. So where his arm does have some, it's kind of like anime Grimlock. So his arm does have kind of this kind of movement. It can go 360, but can also go up and outward, you know, like this. You can bang on a cup on the bars of his jail cell. Congratulations. He has 90 degrees at the elbow, no swivel for the elbow, which kind of sucks. Let's see. No waist articulation. His legs go outward on this little hinge, and they have another hinge here from transformation. No swivel on the leg. Let's see, he has a knee. He has a swivel below the knee. And that's it. That's one of the biggest complaints with Classics Hot Rods. Well, by Classics line, they had a lot of, articulation for the figures, and yet he barely has any. I mean, he doesn't have a swivel anywhere in his arm. His arm doesn't even have a swivel to go outward that much. Which this looks a bit more natural, yeah, but it's weird. He has so little articulation put into him. It's all to make it looks good for vehicle mode, but most people I know display their Transformers in their robot mode. The ball joint in the head I don't mind so much because, I mean, he's supposed to be the leader. He's probably just going to look straightforward anyway. I kind of like the swivel in the knee just because that way you can give him a better stance if you need to. But at the same time, it also means he doesn't have that much, but he stands like this just fine anyway, so it doesn't really need it. And those legs. Oh, those legs. It's kind of cool they move with the crotch, that way you don't have to like flip these panels up or something, but the problem is that this is my biggest complaint with the figure, and I hate it. I don't hate the figure, I just hate that one part of it. But overall, he's probably my least favorite Classics figure, but he still comes easily recommended over many, many other Deluxes. Especially at Energon Rodimus, who might have better articulation, but I don't like how he looks. I love how this guy looks, though. He'll definitely shout Hot Rod to me. And that face, I kind of just wish they give him I wish we had a different head for him, just because this is definitely Hot Rod. But at the same time, it kind of works because he has a very commanding look to him. I mean, look at this. He definitely could pass off as Rodimus, too, if it wasn't for his size class. I mean, no offense, but I don't think big old Springer is going to be commanded by this little guy. Oh, how I wish I had the Protector set. But yeah, I mean, he works at it. I mean, he's got those huge legs. He's got... It gives him a very... It looks like he's wearing big old boots, and it kind of gives him a very commanding presence, especially in his face sculpt. So it can work either way with him, and actually I do recommend him. I don't recommend him over, say, like Jetfire or Springer, but I do recommend him. And he just looks pretty good. There's his eyes glowing again. They look awesome. Overall, yeah, go get him. Go find him if you can get him still. And get the Protector armor. That Protector armor looks amazing. I want that Protector armor. And he's still way better than Bumblebee. I like G1 Bumblebee, but I don't like No Talking Bumblebee.